Welcome back to the channel. I'm your host TKK, man. So look, first let me tell you guys thank you for the support. We are growing here on this channel, and I want to keep this channel about the community. So please use the comment section as a forum for me to be able to get to any of the requests that you may have. Listen guys, it's important that you listen to this part of the video. I know you guys like to skim through, but let me offer you some context as to what you should expect from this video. I came into making this video by excuse me, making an intro earlier today, or the first video, to kind of prepare you guys for what you should expect. And I'm very frustrated with myself because I just had a brain fart and couldn't understand technology, man. So I thought that I could really create this content in a way where I could give you guys kind of a one-to-one mix from one single unit, one piece of hardware being a PC, because it has two HDMI ports to send it to two different monitors, these two TVs that we're looking to compare today. And so it couldn't happen, right? The issues that I was running into, and I will explain this at some point in this video. I'm actually shooting this after the content that you're going to see, okay? So I explained at some point of the video that I was having an issue where when I went to duplicate the signal for both of these within Windows operating system, it completely turned HDR off, and it just made the Samsung look so flat. You couldn't turn DTM on, and if you don't know what that is, it is essentially LG. You can't turn DTM on there, and essentially what that does for the LG C2 is it pretty much enhances the brightness, right? It's the only way that I could give you the peak brightness with both of them and show you kind of what I ended up showing you in the video. It's just that I spent many hours trying to figure this out. And if you guys don't know, I did use the community post, and I posted a couple of photos. So be on the lookout for those, because I will be using those going forward as a behind the scenes, kind of as I'm shooting content, just to kind of see what you guys think about this stuff, right? So I want to apologize. However, as of right now, when you're seeing this, rest assured that I'm already shooting some more content to give you guys some context as to comparing these two TVs. So enjoy the video, leave comments, let me know what you'd like to see in the future, and I will see you after this. First thing we're going to focus on is just going to picture setup. Okay, so we've got brightness, because it's in game mode. Brightness is up to 50, which is its max. Contrast is 50, which is its max. Sharpness is 10. Color is 30. The max there is 50. Okay. Let's take a look at the LG C2. We shall go down to Game Optimizer. And if we go over to Picture, we will see contrast is 100, which is max. Sharpness is 10. Color depth is 60. The max is 100. So pretty much an apples to apples comparison. Right here we can see that DTM is completely turned off on the LG. Completely. I need to hit something on the controller just to keep the native brightness where it needs to be. So now with the Samsung, let's go back to settings. Let's start to light it up. So we'll go down to all settings. We'll go down to expert settings. So there's two features here: contrast enhancer and also peak brightness. Forgive me. So let's first just turn on contrast enhancer. And as you can see, that thing gets bright. Okay, so we got that on. Next, let's go down to peak brightness. Let's just turn it up because, ooh, look at that. All right, the basis of this is going to be pretty much with these turned all the way up. Eventually, we'll get down to some gameplay, but just letting you see this. Let's just consider this. Let's coin this max settings with the Samsung, okay? We'll get up on the pixels in just a second. All right, so for LG, we're going to turn on DTM. Its peak brightness turns on within this setting. Okay, it's on high. This is these two TVs peak brightness from my camera's perspective. Clearly the Samsung is brighter, like clearly it is. Blue light filters are not turned off on these, so there's no greenish tint to them. There's no filmmaker mode. They're both in game mode. This wallpaper is natively in 4K. This is currently shot in 4K, 30 frames per second, with using a Sony ZV-1 camera. Not sure if you caught the video this morning, but I explained that just in case you missed it. Now, before we go to the next point of this video, I want to discuss something. The video that I shot this morning, I said that I was going to use one gaming PC to exhibit both of these. I was unable to do that. When using the one gaming PC with an RTX 3090, outputting to HDMI to both of these panels turned off HDR. The Samsung kept it on. The LG DTM was not able to be activated. I used the community post to kind of share that with you guys as a behind the scenes to kind of keep you posted. And I've seen some people were reacting to it. But for those of you that didn't see that, if you happen to see the video before this one, this is why I'm not going to be using one PC. So instead, I'm going to use both, which they are both equipped with the RTX 3090. So we'll be able to get our points across. I didn't feel it fair to misrepresent what this TV can do, because to be honest with you, and you don't have to believe me, but I'm standing in front of them. Although the Samsung is brighter, I think ultimately what the discussion is going to come down to is it worth it? I don't know. And just using this image as an example, what exactly the photographer or the creator of this artwork intended in terms of from a color perspective, because although this is brighter, this does look more natural. Like the overall settings of this looks more natural than this. I could be wrong. Nature is really going to be organic and for whatever the content creator intended for it to be. However, there are certain things like the reds that just pop out so much in this. And this is exactly the same color that impressed me when I opened this TV up last night. So I'm totally convinced that reds are going to look much more vivid on this TV than on this TV. However, there's a couple of other talking points I want to go over. We're going to do that right after my intro. All right, this is Destiny. Try to get them to an area where they're at the same planet. Yeah, we're taking a look at Assassin's Creed Valhalla, so just give you guys a few seconds to just kind of look at this image. It's not really a static image. That logo on the right is a little different. It's typically more like a turquoise, but blue's popping in there a little bit more. It's kind of like down in a top. All right, we're gonna go ahead and start. Single player title, this 4K, 60 frames per second. Ooh, that PCIe Gen 4 is a lot faster. Right. Some gameplay in. Not exactly in the same spot, but see if you can get me to a sunset over there on the right. And to where you can at least see the sun. Cool. All right, so let me get a little bit closer up on this so I can kind of point out some things that I'm seeing. I do like the way that this Samsung looks like. I played this game enough. It's been a while since I played it, but you know, these dark areas look really good. Like in person, they look really, really good. It's not that it looks cloudy on the OLED, but you can see more of the mist. Like, I don't know which one is supposed to look better, to be honest with you, like in that regard. I think it's more of a preference thing there because this isn't like blooming or hazing or anything like that in person. It's just like how Valhalla is. It's like, you know, they've got this Milky Way looking outer space type of situation going on. And you've got this mist that's just there. You know, but things are deeper, like not just in the corner here, but higher up too. Whereas I can see the mist. It's harder to see, but I can see it, right? So that contrast is just is punching there, man. Very nice, very, very nice. But like I said, it doesn't look bad. Like at this point, it's more so just like preference in terms of at least how I got these two set, right? There's no way to get exactly the same settings because they don't have the exact same settings. And so like when you turn like DTM on with this, you can't enhance the contrast. Like you don't have that as an option. You know, so it's just it's I don't know, man. It's just one of those things where I just wanted to get up on it. But everything looks nice and crisp. That's the C2, and here we are on the QD-OLED. These colors do look good though, man. But like I said, it's the reds and the oranges, like this, you know, that stuff, it punches, man. It looks really good. Really good. Yeah. I don't know. At this point, tell me what you're thinking. Tell me what you're thinking. Let me switch to another title. All right, so I actually want to test out some things like input latency and such. And so I've got like a lot of content, man, I'm shooting today for this TV and for both of them. But can you guys please chime in with some more titles? Today we got Destiny, a little bit of Assassin's Creed. We got a little bit of Elden Ring. What I'll do is later I'll be able to try to get the kids together so they can get Elden Ring set where it's in the same exact area. But what I want to do is I want to create like another video like this, but in the dark time, right? Where, you know, because these TVs are pretty massive having them there. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, the two of them are clearly wider than like my 77-inch. So they're in my kitchen now. My kitchen is a freaking mess right now. So I got to kind of tidy the area up because I do got small kids. They got to be able to eat and such. So I'm going to move them around to another area, probably into my garage. It's going to be the best area. Move them to my garage so that I can control the light, right? So I'm going to get this set up in the garage, resume creating some content, but I'm going to go ahead and get this rendered, thrown up there. Let me know what you guys are thinking so far, what you want me to test. Off camera, I'm going to go ahead and start recording some stuff around the input latency and things of that sort. I will do a test where I'm connecting the TVs both to one computer. Now, I have them on separate computers because, again, I explained it in the beginning. When you run two HDMIs from one GPU to both of these TVs, it's cutting HDR off on both. And the Samsung being naturally brighter, like it shows right there without the HDR, it's like, it's brighter to the point where it would, in my opinion, just cause for there to be people looking down on the LG, and that's not my intentions. My intentions is to try to recreate some type of realism as to like, hey, this is what you would see if you're looking at both of them smack on. And although the Samsung is brighter for sure, I just want to make sure that, you know, I'm just trying to keep it as real as possible. So I will connect them both to one computer just to test latency on fighting games, right? So I'll probably make that like a separate video, but we got some more content that's going to be coming tonight. You're going to get this. You might get another video tonight. I don't know. It might be like a three a day today. Definitely tomorrow. Be tuned in. Hit like. I appreciate the support. Keep the comments coming. There's a lot of them sent today. I got to go through them, and when I get an opportunity to answer everything, you know, I'll have more content coming. So just give you another look at this wallpaper. This is a 4K Assassin's Creed Valhalla wallpaper, LG C2. Let me just tell you guys, if you got a C2, it's okay. If you got a C1, it's okay, man. Enjoy your TV. But this thing is bad. This is a bad TV, like bad as in a good way. And so very enjoyable. It feels good playing on it, man. I'm going to tell you that. You don't have G-Sync. G-Sync is not natively supported on this thing. So don't believe the hype. If that's the selling point for you, then LG still is kind of holding on to that. But man, look, the picture on this thing is nice. The picture is nice on both of them. I think it's really just going to come down to preference because, again, these things have the blue light filter on them. I don't play like this. I play with the filter on at max, right? So, yeah, but I'm going to go ahead and wrap this video up, get it rendered, get it tossed on the channel, and rest assured that as soon as you've seen this, I've already started working on production on some other content. Peace. God bless. Max love.